Message from SaLuSa by Mike Quincy, November 16, 2011. Expect a lot to happen, but allow for intent to ensure that the flow is orderly, so that each event complements the last one. As many will know, our allies are more active now than ever before, and having considerably weakened the Illuminati, we have been able to remove many of those who stand in the way of progress. At all different levels there are people who have been used without their knowledge, but with the awakening are beginning to see how they have been manipulated. That alone is often sufficient to get them to resign, and as talk travels fast, others get to learn about it. There is also a matter of rising consciousness levels that bring some people to question the ethics of those they work for. You will begin to see more of this happening as the thrust for more transparency and truthfulness grows. As a result of November 11 changes can also be expected in the emotional responses that you may sometimes in the past have found hard to control, as the higher consciousness levels will bring you the ability to remain calmer. It will help eliminate rash and uncontrollable reactions that often cause serious trouble. Such things will be a feature of the changes within people, and become more noticeable as time goes by. It is to be welcomed and the sign of an individual's success at integrating the higher vibrations. Most humans seem to act first and think later, when clearly the opposite is more desirable. The same thinking can also be applied to groups who act with the herd instinct, without any thought as to what they are doing. The problems in Europe are the top of our agenda, and the outcome will result in the first major change that has been predicted. It will clear the way for others that are almost ready to go ahead, and relies on our allies completing their groundwork. Believe us, dear ones, these will be no mean achievements when they are finally completed, and show the Illuminati who's is in command. They already know that we have the ability and the divine authority to remove them, and there is no escape from the responsibility for the crimes they have committed. When they accept their situation, we expect them to capitulate and stand down. However, we feel that they are sufficiently naive to believe they can fool us, but there is no hiding place, as we will always know exactly where they are to be found. So there is in reality nothing to fear or worry about, as we have control over all matters, and at present simply wait for our opportunity to register our first success. We expect that to be in the area of financial changes, and that would not in the least be unexpected, given the state that most countries are in. We must, however, first allow certain events to play themselves out, as the people must see how the last cabal has created an impossible situation for themselves. It is also necessary for them to understand that it was staged and meant to have a different outcome that benefited them. There is not much more to say about the present events, and like you, we await the commencement of changes that are obviously signs that the end times are really underway. To the uninformed it would appear that chaos reigns, and it is unfortunate that it brings with it a degree of fear. That is what we wish to avoid if possible, as that energy feeds the dark ones and they will play upon it. However, as we have often pointed out recently, the light is now the supreme force, and it will continue transmuting the lower energies. Even those of military thinking are beginning to feel different about the war games that have all but destroyed your Earth. Some of them are siding with us now, and we can tell whether their change of heart is genuine or not. We cannot be fooled or lied to, as we absolutely know what a person is thinking regardless of what they say. Speaking the truth is something you will have to get used to, and you will find that once in the higher vibrations there is no point in hiding your true thoughts or feelings. You often do so for fear of being ridiculed or harshly judged, and you feel uncomfortable. That will not happen, and indeed why should it once you are bonded together in love and light? Criticism is rife upon earth, and we note that some people delight in pulling others down. That, dear ones, is usually due to egotism, where one desires to be seen as better than another. Competition is something you enjoy, and it has its benefit in character building, but not at the expense of others. In time, competition will not take place in the way you understand it and will be unnecessary, but games will be played for pure entertainment and relaxation only. Some sports you play would be described as barbaric by us, and those of a physical nature that could lead to harm are not encouraged. You will find that with time, you too will be less inclined to participate in physical sports. In the higher dimensions there are unlimited opportunities for exciting adventures, and no limit to self-expression in your chosen pastimes. As one who has ascended, your interests in life will change anyway, and be more inclined towards those subjects that further your evolution. Just imagine the variety of interests in just one universe, let alone parallel universes or omni-verses, with their multitude of civilizations and beings that you have yet to learn about. For the immediate future you will meet the more human beings from your universe, but once you get used to the idea that all forms of intelligent life exist, you will also meet the others. Remember at all times, that all life comes from the source of all that is. Now you know why we tell you that you have so much to look forward to, as you will be like excited young children in a toy shop running first one way and then the other. By then you will have achieved a higher level of spiritual understanding, and be set free from the constraints of being a human upon earth. When you feel down, just think about the time ahead which will only take you one way, and that is forward and upwards. I am SaLuSa from Sirius, and once again pleased to keep you informed as to what is happening around you. The Galactic Federation is focused upon you and your beautiful Earth to ensure your dreams come true. Thank you SaLuSa. My Quincy.